And welcome back. So now we are here with Priest. Priest, if you are unaware, got a massive rework with their basic and classic set, which I am not covering in these videos. If you want, there will be a lot of other videos and a lot of other analysis that has already done this job. So for this, I'm just focusing on the new cards they're getting from Galakrond's Awakening. So previously, I mentioned that Mage would have Polymorph, and Polymorph was going to be a super premium card. Because of all the big cards back in the set, Mind Control is going to be back in as a super powerful card with Priest, as is any of their big card removals. So Shadow Word Death, Shadow Word Ruin, Plague of Death, Aeon Reaver, like any of their big cards that remove big things, those are all good cards. And so here they got a solid set. They got a couple strong cards, but they got a solid set, and really their strength is going to be in their basic and classic cards that just remove things efficiently rather than what they have here. But what they have here is pretty decent. All right, so let's take a look here. Imprisoned Homunculus, 1 mana, dormant for two turns, taunt. A lot better than you would expect. Again, remember, double this effect, so you would expect a 2 mana card from this, and you're getting a 3 mana card, a better than a 3 mana card. So, obviously really good. The other thing is that Priest has a couple of buffs now that land on turn 3. So, having this on turn 3 with a taunt to be acceptant of a buff is going to be a really powerful play. So this is a 4-star card, just really powerful taunt, and it synergizes well with what Priest has. Reliquary of Souls, which is the Priest legendary. So Lifesteal, Death Rattle, shuffle a Reliquary Prime into your deck. So normal form, 1 mana, 1/3. It's a Dire Mole with Lifesteal. That's probably not going to do much. Reliquary Prime. 7 mana, taunt, Lifesteal. Only you can target this with spells and hero powers. So that would be like an Evasive Draconid with Lifesteal, which would be good. But compared to the other primes, it's not nearly as broken. So, like, you're not even getting the super broken effect out of this. So I think this is ultimately a 3-star card. I mean, it's not bad, but it just doesn't really do enough, and the prime is not really enough. Renew, restore 3 health, discover a spell. 1 mana, discover cards are 3-star cards in general, but you attach restore 3 health. This matters a lot. 1, for a card we're going to see in a little bit. Number 2, because restoring health is good when it's attached to actually doing something. The problem with Discover here is that discovering a spell just means you're paying 1 mana to do nothing for that turn. But if you're restoring 3 health, you're actually doing something. That can heal something, that can put something out of range. So this is a, like, put something out of range of an enemy attack. So this is a great card. I want to say this is a 4-star card. So, like, you will love to pick this up. Alright, going on. Dragon Moss Sentinel, Battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and lifesteal. So, even when all the dragons were around, I forget the name of the card offhand. It's a 2 mana card. I'm not going to search it up. It'll come to mind in a moment. Wormrest Agent, there it goes. Wormrest Agent was a mediocre card. And I would take Taunt over Lifesteal. So this is a worse version of Wormrest Agent in an era where there are not going to be that many dragons. So this is a low 2-star card here. It's not really that great of a card. Sethic Veil Weaver, the card that the Renew combos with. After you cast a spell on a minion, add a pre-spell to your hand. So you remember Renew? Restore 3 health. You can just cast this on any minion, even if it's at full health. Discover a spell. You take this, you take Renew, you throw Renew on this, you discover a spell off the Renew, and you generate a spell from this. And this is not Lyra, technically, where it can go infinite, but this is Lyra-esque in the effect that it has. So the one thing with Lyra, which I think people don't realize, is that Lyra never really performed all that well. When it came to win rates, or when it came to like any analysis, Lyra was never really that exceptional of a card, and Lyra was a lot easier to trigger, and Lyra was a lot easier to maintain the infinite spells. Because here, if you dud on a spell you can't cast on a minion, then there goes the trigger. You're just done. So, I mean, obviously, this is a really good card. This is a 4-star card. Like, you're definitely going to want to take this, but it doesn't have the immediate impact to really be a 5-star card. And and it's easy enough to dud trying to go and get the infinite chain off on this. So that's why it's only 4 stars. Apotheosis, give a minion +2/+3 and life steal. So +2/+3, that's pretty weak buff for 3. From the elixirs, that priest used to have the elixirs and they would give +2/+2 and those were okay. Lifesteal was one of the elixirs and that was the worst of the elixirs. So overall, you've got a mediocre buff. I'm not going to say mediocre buff with an okay effect in the late game, but really a worthless effect until the late game. So this is ultimately just like a 3-star card because it is a buff, and 2/3 is good enough to justify it. But it's not really worth it. It's no Valen's Chosen. It's nothing like that. Dragonmaw Overseer. At the end of your turn, give another friendly minion +2/+2. So Rogue has a card, Iron Sensei, that has this effect, but it's only for mechs. So this is all minions, which is really good because it's a lot less restrictive. And also, remember, I said 1 mana. We had the Homunculus. So you play this on turn 1. It goes dormant. Your opponent cannot deal with it. Then on turn 3, it wakes up, and this puts its buff on that. So you can see where the synergy is. So this requires you to have a 2-drop on board, or it requires you to have a 1-drop that survived on board. And then to really be good, it's got to last, like, honestly, to really be good, this thing has to hit at least twice. If it hits once, it's fine. If it hits twice, that's when it's really good. I don't think it's going to really hit twice. So I would say that this is a 3-star card. It's good, but it's just not great for me. Psych Split. Give a minion +1/+2, summon a copy of it. This is Molten Reflection with except it's worse because, like, okay, in theory, the stats are better. In practice, the issue is it's going to be a lot harder to combo this because it costs 1 mana more. And the +1/+2 in stats does not really make up for the fact that now you can only combo this on turn time with 5 mana minions instead of 6 mana minions. So, like, overall, I can't say it's a 2-star card, low 2-star card. I would say it's worse than Molten Reflection. Skeletal Dragon Taunt. At the end of your hand, add a dragon to your hand. So the end of turn effect is not really all that relevant because you're going to get 1 dragon out of this. And because that's taunt, you're not going to be able to protect this, so your opponent's going to be able to clear it. So you have a 4/9 taunt. You'd expect a 5/9 taunt from that, and that would be a Furious Etten. But you get a card. So yeah, this is a 5-star card. This is a card you definitely want to take. It still makes dragons relevant in Arena. Just really strong card. Finally, Soul Mirror. Summon copies of enemy minions. They attack their copies. So this is Light Bomb that only affects the enemies for 1 more mana. Yeah, that's insane. And then after that, there is a chance, like any of these minions, they will stay on the board. So if they do not kill each other, they will stay on the board. If you have anything else on the board, then you can trade that into the already weakened minion, and now you have the weakened copy of the enemy minion on the board. So fringe cases, you can play this. You're facing a Demon Hunter. The Demon Hunter plays Priestess of Fury. You Soul Mirror the Priestess of Fury, and you're both left with 6/1s. But at the end of your turn, and your little Cinderstorm thing here takes out their Priestess of Fury. So that is something that is going to happen, and it's going to happen. You're going to see it happen. It's not going to be like it'll be a trolling clip, but it's still going to be something you're going to see happen. So yeah, easy 5-star card, borderline 6-star card. Like the only reason is, number one, the effect is not like guaranteed. Number two, we have a lot of stuff in Arena now where you're not going to be able to kill things and things are going to live. And number three, and this is a small one, is that you have to summon the copies of the enemy minions. So if your enemy has 5 minions on board, you cannot have more than 2 minions on your side of the board, or otherwise it's going to block the minions from summoning. So, but it's like Flame Strike. It's like a better Light Bomb. These are all great cards. This is going to be a great card. Alright, that is it for Priest. The next one on the list is going to be Rogue. I'm going to go out and get some food, and then I will be back, so see you guys then.